Hey Scott, hey everyone else. As Scott alluded to in his last video, I haven't been able to run much in the last week, and that's because I'm isolating again. But thankfully I haven't got COVID, which is nice, so I'm ready to hit back into next week as soon as isolation finishes and get running again. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. I did manage to get one run done before I had to start isolating, and that was the 5K sort of like progressive run or negative split run, like I like to call it. It's basically just like each kilometer you improve in your pace, like so you get faster and faster each kilometer for 5Ks. So that was good. It was a good workout. I enjoyed it, and then yeah, went into isolation, so no more running for the rest of the week, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm hopeful that next week I'll be able to get back into it and have a good week of running, even though it'll be like the last few days of the week really before I get to run. But anyway, I thought I would spend this video, since I don't have much else to talk about, talking about this book that I read and do a bit of a book review on it. So this is a book by Tessa Wardley about running. It's called Mindful Thoughts for Runners, Freedom on the Trail. And yeah, it's just a really nice, sort of shorter book. It's got really nice artwork in it. So like, yeah, enjoying the elements. You know, I think the biggest part of the book is just understanding what it is to run and actually enjoying every aspect of it. Yeah, I didn't actually know what to expect when I got this book. But yeah, I really enjoyed reading it. I just finished it. So I think I missed in the title when I first picked it up that it said mindful thoughts for runners. Mindful being the key word in that. So if you're going to pick this up, be aware that, yeah, mindfulness is a huge part of the book, which is it's a good thing. It's really cool. It talks about how as you run, it has a real natural rhythm to it, which is like aids in meditative sort of practices. And yeah, it really helps you be mindful, which is basically just being in the moment and not really letting the stress or worries of life get to you, sort of thing, having that rest from that element of your life. Meditation is another way that people do that, but it says that, yeah, running is actually a really natural way that you can meditate, I guess, in your day-to-day life, being aware of your body, any aches or pains that are happening, everything that's in the process of your run that's happening in your body, as well as just noticing the world around you as you pass by through it. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed the fact that it wasn't really about improving your running, because I think when I think running book, I think, oh, you're going to get better, you're going to do more, you're going to figure out what's holding you back in your running journey to get better times and progress competitively, I guess, with your running. But this actually, I don't even think it mentioned it once. Like, I don't think any of these chapters in here are about actually improving at running. It's just improving your mindset really around running and like making you aware of the benefits of running, which is really refreshing, I think, because often when I think about running, I'm thinking, you know, how do I run faster? How do I work harder? How do I do this better? But yeah, to take a step back and be like, well, actually running on its own, even if I suck at it, is actually a really good exercise and really good hobby. It's really fun. As I mentioned in my last video, that like there's a lot of beauty in running. So yeah, it's really a great reminder. But yeah, don't expect it to be a book that is gonna improve your running necessarily. But I think it's a really refreshing, especially like for people that are like me. Like, it's obviously great for people that aren't competitive in running. Like, it's just a natural fit for them. But for people like me who, and you, Scott, as well, like who often are thinking, how do I improve at running? How do I work harder and get better results? It's actually really refreshing to like read a book like this that brings you back to the basics, brings you back to that first love that you had of running. And yeah, those elements of running that you do enjoy, but you don't really focus much on. There's like the side benefits of it, but this is like really focusing on them as the core of what running is really. And so yeah, I think like obviously not all of it will apply to you, not all of it is super like, there's you pick and choose what you like about it and what you'll apply. I think there's a lot of topics in here that you might not even agree with as you read it, but I think that's really helpful actually, just to be able to be like, oh, that's interesting to think about, I haven't thought about that before. It's probably not for me, but yeah, good to know. And then the other thing, yeah, I think as you read, like, just take note of the things that you want to improve, or like that you want to work on or build into your running. One of the last chapters actually I thought was really helpful, short and sweet running or runs. Yeah, actually like being fine to go out for a short run rather than always expecting it to be like this long, crazy, good quality run. That's not always very doable, especially I find for me it's difficult to set aside an hour or two to go for a run. I definitely try and prioritize that at least once a week. But even throughout the week, there's not real much downside to doing shorter runs. And if it means on a day when I'm like, well, I've only got really half an hour to run because I have a lot of travel with work and helping with the girls and stuff at home, it's difficult to get out for those longer runs. But actually to think, well, I could just use 15 minutes to go for a 2-3K run, and that's okay. And like do that regularly, do it even twice a day. I could do that like morning and night. It's not a huge stress on my body, so I may as well just take advantage of the time when I have it. So yeah, that's an interesting takeaway point, and there's lots of little gems like that throughout the book. And yeah, they're all super short chapters, which I really appreciated as well, because yeah, it's like really great if you're not much of a reader as well. You can just read for a couple of minutes and finish a chapter before you even go for, like, maybe it's just before you go for a run, and that's like your motivation to go for a run sort of thing. So yeah, it's written very motivationally, which I think is really great as well. And a lot of research done, psychological sort of research behind running, that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely get yourself a copy of this. It's very easy to read, and well, yeah, it'll help change your perspectives on running as well. And yeah, Scott, I think next time I catch up with you, I'll bring this book along and lend it to you so you can have a read as well, see if you like it. But yeah, let me know if you like a book review on running books, because there's a couple others on the list that I've been thinking about reading, which could be a cool video idea for the future if you guys are into it. So let me know if you like this video, and if you have any suggestions for future book review videos, I guess, on running. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, and hopefully I'll have some more running updates for you then.